Well, here's what's coming up on this Saturday on Western Sports Roundup. The last dance for one of the absolute legends of the rodeo business, the Vold Rodeo Company. Kirsten Vold will join us. This is the last year we'll see that Livestock with the Vold Rodeo brand bucking at the National Finals Rodeo. Stories on the way.
And if you wanted a close race in the barrel racing so far after the first 2 rounds of the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, that's what you got. Cassie Mallory coming in number 1, but not without Jarvis, but she wins the first round. And then here comes Haley Kinzel and sister to get the round win last night. They are neck and neck and fourth.
Ahead, numbers 2 and 3.
Keep my head level and go out and go do my job again tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day.
Well, welcome to Western Sports Roundup. The Cowboy Channel is the exclusive home of the PRCA, your destination for the very best in rodeo action.
Now, Western Sports Roundup is on live on YouTube. You can watch the show in real time on both the Cowboy Channel and our YouTube live stream, giving you even more ways to stay connected.
Well, as you take a look at our happy studio audience this afternoon, Justin, I hope they're happy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Western Sports Roundup. We're in the showroom at the South Point Hotel Key. Just a couple of guys talking life. That's the world of professional rodeo here at the Wrangler National Finals.
Yeah, there's no better place in the world to talk about these great stories than right here. And this is day 3 of the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. And last night we had a whole lot of shaking going on, especially with 3 new number 1s. And that happens to be our unbeatable moment of the night. Lead changes, and here we go. 3 events got a new number 1, and that guy in the bronc riding did it up right, shined his boots up good last night.
Yeah, Justin, I'm going to say something some people might disagree with. This is as good a field of saddle bronc riders we're looking at from 1 to 15 as we've had a chance to watch. Damian Brennan, number 1 in the bronc riding, he was 90. Haley Kinzel was 1353. She's won over 261,000, about 4,000 ahead of Cassie Mallory.
Yeah, and sister's feeling it. She feels good. And how about this team? Tanner Tomlinson moves to number 1 with the help of Travis Graves, as he came in number 2 during the regular season. His partner Travis Graves off the mark of the hillside a little bit, but they are both advancing in the right direction.
And the top 3 in the heading are separated by only $2,500. That's Tanner Tomlinson, number 1, Andrew Ward, number 2, and Caleb Driggers, who came in number 1, sitting in the number 3 spot. So that's what happened last night. We had a chance to catch up with a couple of those new number 1s. I visited with Damian Brennan and with Haley Kinzel right after the rodeo. 1353. You were 7 last night. You were even faster tonight. I don't know. How'd you feel?
Yeah, she was amazing last night too, and I was trying to control it a little too much last night, and tonight I told myself to kind of just let her have her face in the run and see where she went. And there were moments where we were not in good spots, but I just tried to keep moving forward in the run, and if I can keep her moving forward, even in this pin, we usually can get around them. So that's what I just tried to remember, and I'll be happy to get back in there in the morning and loosen her up a little bit because she's been a little tight the last 2 nights, but she's so dialed into the pin and knows where everything is. So I just got to trust her.
How tough is this field of barrel racers this year?
It's incredible, and it's going to be incredible all week. Y'all better buckle in because I think this will be one of the best NFRs in the barrel racing, most even, most spread out. The horsepower is amazing. The girls have the experience. There's a lot of young ones that are just hungry and excited. I can't wait to be part of the rest of it.
Damian Brennan, we've seen 2 nights of back-to-back 90-point rides. How competitive is this bronc riding going to be?
Oh, it's incredible. The round number 1, I think it took 87 to place, so that's pretty wild. And the top 15 guys in the world, they show up and they get the right horse, they're going to win every single time, so it's pretty cool.
So tell me why our Watson's Prairie Fire was the right horse tonight. Tell me about that horse. What'd you know?
I didn't know much. It was a bareback horse originally, and they just started bucking in the Bronx this year, and seen some videos, and I knew it had a lot of potential. So it just honestly gave me every opportunity. I got a good spur out, and it stayed really close and jumped and kicked as hard as one could. So that's give me opportunity for me to show off what I can do.
You're now winning the world. You are right now, and you told me before we started this, it doesn't matter until the 10th go around. You went over 400,000 for the year tonight. You're number 1 in the world standings.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But like I said before, it's only early. So much money out there to be won. I just got to keep my head level and go out and just go do my job again tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day.
You're taking a look at the victory laps right there as Damian Brennan, $401,000 for the year. Sitting in the number 1 spot, Tanner Tomlinson, Haley Kinzel, all moved to that number 1 spot. That is your Unbeatable Feeds moment. And this Unbeatable Feeds moment is sponsored by Unbeatable Feeds. No grain, no problem. Unbeatable Feeds. It's easy, it's safe. That's a great feed product, and we're proud to be able to tell you about it.
Did it as good as anybody. All right, here we go. This looks good. Brody Wells, big finish right here. We're going to see another big score coming. Not sure if it's going to be 90, but it's going to be big. Holy cow, these boys are riding good.
Second trip to the national finals for Brody Wells.
Yeah, but this is a completely different Brody Wells. I mean, he has shown up all year long.
Make room for Zeke.
Big rare. Breezy fling. Come on, Zeke, keep going. Look at this horse's head come right up at him, and he's done such a great job keeping his rein. Man, oh man, this guy will not make a mistake when it counts.
You're looking at the Livestock from Vold Rodeo Company. They've been a part of the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo since the very first event, going way back in time. Still in modern day rodeo, they're a force to be reckoned with. Those animals, no joke. And it's taken a lifetime to get them to this level. And right now they're playing again at the highest level. And we're proud to have Kirsten Vold joining us here on Western Sports Roundup. And if anybody knows me, they know my passion is about the animals, whether it's time to event horses or whether it's a buck and stock. And I told our producers a couple days ago, I said, hey, this list of stories doesn't include near enough about the animals. And I said, I know who I want. I want the stock contractors to show up, and I know who I want first. And it's Kirsten Vold, and you're here, and thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we have got to kind of go back and tell a sad story, unfortunately, before we jump into all these sub-stories, and that is that you have, after all of these years of Vold Rodeo Company, sold the company.
I
And
did.
are stepping away from your usual role in rodeo.
I am. I'm stepping away from rodeo, and I'm going to be just like the rest of these people. I'm going to sit home and watch it on TV and enjoy it and be a rodeo fan for a change.
Well, I know you're one of the biggest fans in rodeo, and you certainly deserve
I
it.
am.
Yeah, Kirsten, so have you thought ahead to December the 15th after your last horse is bucked at your last National Finals rodeo?
It's a little early for something that deep, right?
I know it, but let's just get it done and get it out of the way right off the bat. What, have you thought ahead to that?
Of course I've thought ahead about that, and I'm just hoping that I'm smiling and not going, oh my gosh, I can't believe that horse ran off. So I'm going to just go with positive vibes that it's going to end on a high note, and I'm going to get to go home and celebrate Christmas just like everybody else does, and then start a whole new life in 2026.
You got any idea what that looks like?
You know, I'm struggling between ballerina and a couple other things, so we'll see. I mean, I think people laugh when I say that, and I think that's cold. I could be a ballerina. It's not too late. It's not too late.
Just don't pick television hosts because Justin and I like our jobs and we don't want to lose them.
Fair enough. I don't think you need to worry about that.
I know this about Kirsten Vold. She could do anything she sets her mind to. That's
well, ballerina's up there, but it might fall down just a couple of notches.
All right, I'm not going to push you too hard, but I will say this, and I don't know what this is going to lead to, but I just want you to know that as I was in traffic a few moments ago for a long time, I'm thinking about what we could talk about. And I just realized that some of my greatest memories include your family.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, I don't want to say specifically your dad, because your mom means a lot to me as well. They're a powerful couple that invested a lot of time, energy, and love into a lot of people. And as I was thinking about a lot of people, the Darrell Barons, the Scotty Waltons, the Ty McClarys, and Brad and Shirley Churchill, all these people that work for you, some of my favorite people on the planet.
Mine too. Mine too. We have that in common.
I know, but it's no accident. And there's a reason. It's because of your family's legacy, specifically your mom and dad and what they did for people.
Well, I appreciate that. I agree with you. I'm very lucky to have parents that have been so helpful and, starting so many people's careers, and they've flourished, and that's a great thing. And rodeo is going to continue to flourish. And I told these stock contractors yesterday when we had the sale in the same room, and I told them we were passing out the coats and stuff. I said, what I hope for rodeo is that 10 years from now, the biggest problem all the people in my industry have is the tax write-off.
Oh,
I hope that they have enough tax write-offs.
We've never had that problem.
Right. I hope that's the biggest problem you guys have 10 years from now.
I hope we're all paying taxes. Yes.
I hope that's it.
Kirsten, you made the comment earlier that you hoped come December 15th that your last horse didn't run off. So far, your horses have been pretty good at this National Finals rodeo. Brody Wells, 87 3/4 on Talkin' Smath, fourth and first go-round. Zeke Thurston last night split second with Stetson with an 89.
Yeah.
You got to feel happy. We're going to show you some video. Talk about these horses and these rides.
Well, I'm really proud of this little girl. She's the smallest horse probably. I haven't lined them all up, but she's one of the smallest in my herd. And I'm pretty sure she's probably about the smallest horse at this NFR. And I was proud of those Bronc riders for bringing her because I know they like the bigger horses. So I was really proud that she held her own, and she did good. She's just honest, and she gives those guys every chance to spur, but if they stub their toe, then she'll buck them off, and Brody didn't make a mistake, so that was good.
Tell me the story behind Breezy Fling, because this horse goes back to world champions on both sides,
He
right?
does. He is a product of science and how far it's come. His dad is a stud that I have at my place, and his dad was out of a clone of the great mare Spring Fling that's out of Flying Five, Big Ben, and their bloodlines, and they cloned that mare. She was a 3-time world champion, I believe. And then my stud, Painted Valley, was a world champion bronc. And then she's a little science. His dad is kind of a result of a science project from Dr. Greg Vanaclausen at Timber Creek Clinic that's done amazing things with our industry and bringing it forward where we can have these genetics and hang on to them because, so many of these animals don't last that long. They have lifespans, but with the help of science, we're able to continue that. And so for something like that to be here and do that well is a good thing.
Yeah, and Captain Hook at the Douglas County Fair and Rodeo, which you were at, Zeke Thurston, 92 and a half.
Yeah, that was a spectacular ride.
It was very good. So I wouldn't mind drawing Zeke again on Monday, I guess it would be, but I'd take any of those other 14 either. They're all great. These bronc riders are phenomenal this year. Yeah, they're riding so good, and the horses have been so good, so it's just exciting to be a part of that.
All right, what is the magic formula out of all the combinations? You've had access to some of the best bloodlines in the history, going back to Custer and Bobby Joe Skoll and all the new things that are going on with the technology. What's your all-time favorite combo that packs the most magic?
Oh, you mean like bloodlines that's been so good?
Yeah.
Painted Valley's offspring is 75% of my herd right now, or was, and so he was obviously magical. So many had the bloodlines that had originated with Dad's horses from years ago, Custer and all those. So I don't know if there's a magic. I say the magic is luck. Like, it doesn't matter. I've had horses that should buck and don't, and I have horses that really shouldn't buck and do. So at the end of the day, they got to have the heart and the desire, and a lot of luck doesn't hurt.
All right. Can we follow you on social media? I mean, can we throw that out there to find out about this ballerina thing?
The social media pages for the rodeo company are coming at the end of the NFR. Those are getting shut down. But if I go into an aspiring ballerina career, I will start a new fan page.
You let us break those new. Let us.
I promise you, if I get to go on stage with my ballerina career, you guys will have the story first. I promise you that.
I don't know whether to thank you or punch you. Thank you.
Kirsten, thank you so much. You and your family have been an absolute blessing to this industry for decades.
You guys.
The Vold Rodeo Company name does not go to the Frontier Rodeo Company.
It does not. We retired the name. Now, not to be confused, my brother Wayne still rodeos in the PRCA and their Vold Rodeo Company up in Canada and the Wayne Vold Rodeo Company. So my cousin Nansen is young and inspiring, and he's going to run circles around Wayne and I both, and he's going to carry on with it, I'm sure. So they're going to be in business for a long time, but this particular one retired, and the brand down here retired.
And Frontier Rodeo Company got some great assets.
I'm telling you what, they went the right place. So they're going straight to the top with them.
Kirsten Vold joining us. Kirsten, thank you so much for everything.
Thanks for
and good luck the rest of this NFR. Enjoy the heck out of it.
Appreciate it.
Kirsten Vold joining us. Studio audience, give this lady a round of applause.
Yes.
Would you do this? When we come back, we're going to talk about go-round number 2. We told you about a couple of the champions. We'll tell you about the rest, including Rocker Steiner getting his first go-round win of 2025.
Now, we love sharing the stories on the animals, whether it's good or sad news. And we lost a world champion, a recent world champion buck and bull here in recent days. We'll tell you who that is and everything we know about it in just a moment.
Western Sports Roundup brought to you by Resistol, the official hat of Cowboys everywhere. We live it every day. Western Sports Roundup is presented by Ariat. Ready, set, ride in boots and jeans that work as hard as you do. Now let's take a look at some team ropers as we have got a battle in the works at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. The top 3 heelers are separated by just $25,000. The top 3 headers, they are separated by $2,500. That's how close they are. Justin, this is a battle, and Jake Long, last year's NFR average winner on the heeling side, right in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, he joins us here on Western Sports Roundup. Jake, we appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations on a really good start here, placing in both rounds and picking up lots of cash.
Yeah, it's been basically a dream start. I don't know that you can really ask for things to go too much better than they have, and we got a long week to go. Hopefully we can get some more money.
Hey, let's talk about Andrew Ward and that new combination. You guys just seem to have hit magic right off the bat and just continue to get better every time we see you.
Yeah, we were real excited about our run coming in here. We spent a lot of time practicing together, and everything felt really good at home, but you don't really truly know till you get in here and they call your name. And been really proud of both our horses, and our chemistry seems to be going together, and hopefully we can put some more runs together.
So, Jake, let's talk about this race, because I talked about how tight it is. I said the top 3 heelers, the top 5 heelers are separated by $25,000, but you're right there in the mix at just a few $100, literally actually less than $200 out of the number 1 spot. That's how close it is. How do you handle this night after night after night?
Well, shoot, it's so early, honestly. It's, you can't chase a gold buckle from round 2. It's, we're going to keep her open, and I know the old cliches, you're going to take one steer at a time, but it really is true. I'm concerned about round 3 steer tonight, and the rest of them really don't matter at this moment. And so, we'll keep making our good runs, and Lord willing, if we got a chance at the end. Number 1, that means we had a great week, and number 2, we'll do what we got to do to get it done, hopefully.
All right, I got to get a smile. I got to get you smiling or something. I guess I'm gonna have to bring up Copper, this new horse raised by Justin and Megan Jan in Veneta, Oklahoma. It's youngest horse here in the team roping, 6 years old. Can you smile for me and tell me a quick story about how you got that horse?
Oh man, Clay Tryon told me that I should just hug him every time I see him, and I told him the other day. I said, I love you a little bit more than I used to, and so Clay told me to call Dustin Davis. Dustin Davis had gotten him from Landis and them up there, and man, he's just been a true blessing. He's a sweetheart of a horse. His personality fits our program just awesome. He wants to be your buddy, and I'm just super proud of him. I'm about as emotionally attached to him as you can possibly be to a horse.
And that's saying a lot, because you have been emotionally attached to all of your horses at a deep level.
Hey, Jake, at the back
we're not very good at letting go.
Yeah, at the back number presentation the other night, we got a picture of you. You showed up wearing a tie-dye coat. And I remember a year or two ago interviewing you after you'd won an NFR go-round wearing tie-dye. There you are. Tell me the story behind you and this tie-dye thing.
Well, it goes back to a couple years ago. We lost my Uncle Goose and my grandpa in real close succession. And man, honestly, it's just it was tribute to Goose, and then now it's kind of evolved to just being a tribute to the family, and letting everybody know that we're thinking of them. And for me, a little bit, it keeps my mind in the right perspective to this deal ain't as big as we make it out to be, and just kind of keeps me in the right frame of mind.
All right, back to the horses. I bragged on your horse, and first of all, I'm going to brag on you. People had asked me about the team rope, and I said, here's what I think. I think that Andrew Ward and Jake Long are dialed in at a Stetson Wright level. Does it feel as good as it looks?
The run feels really good. It really does. I mean, it's like I said, it's super early, but it feels like we can make that run over and over again. Hopefully we do. I think we're just going to keep trying to do the best we can on each steer. We started that game plan back in Kennewick, Washington, and that's what really got us here to the NFR. And so our goal is to catch 10 in a row and try to make as good a run as we can each night. And so, 2 for 2 so far.
All right, so that horse Henry that Andrew's riding seems to be like he might be the best animal in the building out of all the events. That dude right there is spot on. I mean, not 1 inch out of place on at any time.
Yeah, he's a real big horse. He's got good footwork, and with these steers are big and framey, he's got enough juice to him to pull him, and he's got a lot of punch from the back of the box. So, man, he's been a great tribute to the team.
Jake Long, congratulations on a great start to this year's NFR. You've already won over $51,000. Keep it up, Jake. Congratulations, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, guys, for having me.
Good mark out by Rock. Rock's going. If he was tight last night, he isn't tonight. He's going after a go-around. Finish this ride off. Good job, Rocker Steiner.
Got the start. Look out, guys. Get that nose fast. Finish.
Good ride. Kind of rolled him down his back.
And we're in the threes.
Still 3 sets.
And how
we're in the threes.
important the start is.
Jakelin's sticking, he got this one right in the middle. Doug squares up. They're going to be fast.
Real fast.
I mean, 3-9. What a run.
You know, Cowtown, bull spins to the left. Yeah, come on, Stetson Wright. Stay up on the rope. He's going to go the other way. Big belly roll. Yeah. Oh, look out. Oh, look out.
So that's a look at what happened last night. The highlights, the go-round wins. Rocker Steiner came in here #1, a record-setting season, and he added $36,668 to it. Silver Beaver of the Bridwell Pro Rodeo Company. Justin, he told me after the rodeo he got bucked off a year ago in round 2. He was nervous about this one. I don't know why. He just won it.
Yeah, he didn't know that horse. They didn't know what he could do in the buildings yet, and it was the first time to the NFR for this spectacular horse, Silver Beaver from Bridwell Rodeo Company. He did not want that horse, but it worked out big time. Let's go to some steer wrestling highlights. And last night, how about the takedown by Tucker Allen at 3.6? Top 5 in the world coming in here. Winner in Houston. He's riding the Horse of the Year, Banker. And that is his first go-around win that's going to shoot him to the #2 spot in the world standings. Just a whisker out of the top spot.
Yeah, just a whisper. And remember, the guy #1 is down a steer early on. Will Loomis took that no time on his first steer. So these guys that are clean on 2, clean on 3 maybe after tonight. Let's talk team roping. Jake Smith, his first ever NFR go-around win, his second trip. Douglas Rich on the heel side, his second NFR go-round win.
Yeah, and last year they struggled. They came here together. They only picked up about 14 grand a piece. They've already doubled their earnings from last year with that go-around win right there. They were 3rd the night before. We're talking about almost $70,000 a man so far for these guys. They're rocking it to the top spot in the aggregate.
Tie down roping, the victory lap looked like the grand entry. There were 3 of them at a time of 7.8. Dylan Hancock, Marty Yates, and Shad Mayfield. Mayfield has now won the first 2 nights of this rodeo. Here he is. These were a bigger set of calves. They were tougher to handle. They weren't going to be as fast on these calves. The boys all knew it, but they handled them. Marty Yates, he averages 2 go-rounds a year at the NFR.
Man, he was just so smooth last night. That's Maximum Power presented by Polaris right now. And let's take you to the bull riding. We got the AI tractor. It'd take a tractor to get that bull moved around, but he is pretty light on his feet. Stetson Wright goes all the way, goes the distance, gets the win. That's an amazing effort. That bull had every trick in the book, used them all, but couldn't knock this guy off of his game. Stetson Wright with a powerful performance last night to get that another round win.
This is a bull called Orbit from Cowtown Rodeo. Up until that 8-second ride, that bull had never been ridden, but that bull had also never met the world champion, Stetson Wright. 21 trips, no rides up until this one right here. So Stetson has been 89.5 and 89 3/4 in the bull riding the first 2 nights. He's already won over $73,000 for 16 seconds of work just in the bull riding.
We're tracking the progress. Can he win the Triple Crown? Can he win 3 events, including the all-around saddle bronc riding and bull riding? And can he cross $1 million this year? The math is there.
So we say thank you to Polaris, the American Power Sports Company, as they talk about the power of these rodeo athletes on 4 legs. Stetson Wright, he is trying to go 3 for 3 and go-round wins tonight.
All right, thank you to Polaris, the American Power Sport, and we are now going to continue with some bull news, and this isn't necessarily positive news right here, but last year Big Bank was the top bull of the year, and he brought some business to the PBR before he came to the PRCA. He was tough to ride. They rarely rode this bull, and we have heard from very reliable sources that he has passed away.
Yeah, 2024 Bucking Bull of the Year. Big Bank Bank made history both in the PRCA and the PBR. They bucked him 68 times between the two associations, according to Pro Bull Stats. Only rode him 8. John Crimber, you might remember, at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, made a 95-point ride on Big Bank, went to the NFR 3 times, and you see that graphic of 95 with John Crimber, the highest marked ride of the PBR season in 2024. Sadly, sometimes the great ones are gone too soon. Big Bank, a great one, gone too soon.
And I've reached out to all of his owners thinking that we might have some information by this show. Unfortunately, they have not replied. And if we get that information, then we can pass that along to you maybe tomorrow here on Western Sports Roundup.
So that is the story on Big Bank, and we're sorry to see him gone. That's a great bucking bull. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, how's your Pro Fantasy Rodeo team doing? Casey Jones is going to join us. Oh, look, the fans at the South Point are watching Western Sports Roundup. We'll be back in just a moment. Sports Roundup is brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim. Live boldly. Live in Rock and Roll Denim.
Tonight, during round number 3 at the regular National Finals Rodeo, tribute to Benny Binion. That's a statue here at the South Point that you have to see. That is the man responsible for getting the National Finals Rodeo to move to Las Vegas there in 1985. He is a legendary cowboy and a kingpin here in Las Vegas. And there's a lot of history behind that. And joining him also tonight in the Legends category is Sean Davis.
Sean Davis was for years the general manager of the NFR. But in 1984, after a series of tie votes, Sean Davis, then the president of the PRCA, cast a deciding vote after 10 tied ballots to move the National Finals Rodeo here to Las Vegas in 1985. Last night, they honored that man. 6-time saddle bronc riding champion, 7 times overall, including an all-around title in 1997. Dan Mortensen, one of the greatest ever. He and Casey Tibbs, the only 2 bronc riders with 6 gold buckles.
Man, we have some legends to be proud of. That is for sure. The best of the best. Here's the rest of the NFR icons. As you can see, it goes deep really quick. And we're mighty proud of that list and the history that it represents. All right, now let's get into that Pro Fantasy Rodeo conversation. As always, we've got Casey Jones, the man who created the most awesome game, and look at the prizes they're giving away this year, Steve.
Yeah, you get that ag wagon truck. You can pick the kind of truck you want. It can be a Ram, it can be a Ford. They've got the Elite Trailer from Outback Customs Elite Trailers. And let's talk about the leaders. Here it is in the standings. The team name Epley Bergs, the player Wendy Epley. She is in the #1 spot with over $421,000 in earnings. That is after go round #2 in the big game, trying to win that big truck and that beautiful trailer.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned with that group right there. I didn't have time to pull up the Charity Tattoo League, but I think I had a pretty good night. Casey Jones, can you confirm or deny that? Did you look at the Charity Tattoo League?
Yes, but you're kind of in there somewhere. But Katie Lucas is actually winning it. Roger Mooney should have a little sweat on his brow tonight.
Okay, Casey, if you're going to
he's in line for the tattoo.
If you're going to tell us that Katie Lucas is winning it, who is second right now?
The man,
the
Mr. Steve Kenyon.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the top 10, Casey. Wait a minute. I know why I'm not, because I had somebody look it up for me last night, and my team isn't in there. Seriously. I call for a recount. I demand a recount. I'm not anywhere on that. I'm serious.
We did have a really cool winner for our daily fantasy yesterday.
Nice.
He's from Minnesota. His name's Ben Kopetsky. So everybody that's here in Las Vegas, make sure you go by the West Lobby at the Cowboy Christmas. We have a big prize wheel. We call it the PFR prize wheel. You get a spin to win. Actually, there was a gentleman yesterday that won a free daily fantasy team. He entered his free daily fantasy team and he won $3,500. So that BKSB is his name. He's from Minnesota. Because I remember he said, can Minnesota people play? And I'm like, yeah, let's look it up. Sure enough, he gets a team in, spun the wheel for a free team and wins $3,500.
That's awesome. So the daily game, just so folks understand, it kicks off every day after the previous rodeo's performance is over, and you got to have it in by the time they buck the first horse at the Thomas and Mack. $10,000 is what it pays per go-round. Casey, how is it going? Are you feeling like enough people are participating? How would you like to encourage everybody here in this room this afternoon to participate?
Yeah, it's great. You know, this is our 22nd year with our big game. This is only our 3rd year from our daily fantasy, and so it grows a little bit, but this is actually way better odds than the big game. And plus, you get $100,000 more for your salary cap, $10,000 guaranteed every day, and you win a custom buckle from Tres Rios every night.
All right, well, you got to look up my team in a little bit, and we may have to retract this story tomorrow to include my team in the Charity Tattoo League, by the way. So anyway, Casey, again, thank you. Oh, is it? No, still not on there.
Yeah. KG Rodeo, Katie Lucas, Kenyon's kids, Steve Kenyon sitting 1-2.
No, I'm coming for your. I'm coming for your #2, and Katie Lucas. I want to go on record right now on live TV. I'm coming for your #1. Okay, I'm coming for your #1. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it up there. You're both going down.
All right, there it is. Casey Jones, thank you for your time. Thank you for putting up with Justin. We'll do it again tomorrow. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back,
he's speechless.
One of the great ropers and one of the great ministers in our world of professional rodeo. He wears both hats. We'll talk to Corey Ross about Cowboy Church. Jess Pope, one of the guys that will be speaking. That's coming up. You are watching Western Sports Roundup from the South Point here in Las Vegas. Western Sports Roundup is sponsored by Westmore Manufacturing. Live boldly.
Take a look at our Wrangler National Finals Rodeo TV schedule. We got you covered for Fort Worth to Las Vegas, baby. Deep dive at 4 o'clock, and we don't finish until after NFR Final. And that NFR buckle presentation right on this stage, by the way. And right on this network where the beautiful people end up in front of our cameras in the South Point showroom. Look at the smiles. Look at the energy. Look at the people that absolutely love the rodeo way of life. All right, here we go. Let's get down to some business. Tomorrow is the Lord's Day, and it's Sunday, the Lord's Day, even in Las Vegas. And there's a real dynamics shift in how we spend our Sundays before we get into rodeo mode, and that's with Cowboy Church. And we've got one of the top cowboy ministers on the planet, and our good friend here, Corey Ross, who is not only a pastor, a top 35 in the world steer roper, been in the top 20, a champion at many big arenas, and he's also a stock contractor in the PRCA. Yeah. Corey Ross, you wear a lot of cowboy hats.
I tell you what, they keep me really busy at not just at rodeo, but here, college national finals, being a steer producer. And so, you know what, it's a really awesome thing for me to be able to let people know that I'm one of them. And when you're one of them, then they trust you a lot more, hopefully. Then you can, just be a part of their lives and helping them, down that rodeo trail that a lot of us know it's very, very pressured in a lot of ways. And so bringing God into it is very important to me, and I hope it is to everybody else.
Corey, you get an opportunity. I want you to talk about what you're going to do tomorrow, but I want to follow up on what you just said. Being one of them, as you said, that gives you a chance to reach so many lives, whether it's I had the pleasure of being at the CNFR along with our friend Corey Keith this year. So many different people, so many different lives. You get to reach out and touch, get to know, get to feel, get to hear from. Tell me about that.
Well, that's a big mission to me, is I know what their pressure is. Like last night, I talked to all the contestants before they went into the Thomas and Mack, and I just went to Psalms 23 that says, the Lord's my shepherd, and I helped them understand that when you really read the scripture, then it helps us all with the pressure, because that whole scripture literally talks about where God's always with us down in about verse 4. Well, when he's with us, then he's with us during that pressure of backing into the corner and nodding your head or getting on a bull or a horse, the fear that could come on, and that's what that scripture is. So I understand it because I back into the box and I nod my head for a lot of money. And so I think it's really important to fit in with all these guys and definitely understand what they're going through a lot of times.
I want to talk about pressure, because with pressure handled wrongly, there's great consequences. Handled right, there's great reward. And I want to you get your opinion on this. I believe that a lot of the pressure goes away when you understand two things. One, purpose in life. Number two, our true identity. And I know you and I think a lot on the same line there.
Well, obviously, even our church understands that I'm no different at home, and you can ask my family. I'm no different at home than I am at the rodeo. I want to be who I am, who God's called me to be, no matter the pressure. And so I do believe that there is that purpose in life that we can't skirt around the true identities of who God called us to be, because God already knows anyway. He knows the thoughts that we have in our mind even right now. And so, I believe that purpose is so important, that we live what we preach. We live. We're not trying to sugarcoat or hide anything. Let's just be real. And if you're real, then God can really do some amazing things, even in the midst of pressure at the National Finals Rodeo.
I love where you're going with that, and I love the fact that in knowing our purpose and our identity takes the pressure off in the arena because it's the perspective knowing there's much greater, more powerful, meaningful things than what we win in the arena. So therefore, it takes away a lot of that pressure.
Corey, tell me about tomorrow. Jess Pope will be there providing testimony. Give us all the details, everything the folks who want to come and join you need to know.
Well, you know, I hope everybody will be here that's in Las Vegas. It's at the Resorts World. You go out I believe the food court. You go outside where they're doing the bullfights. And they have an arena, the Mattress Hub Arena. And we're going to do it right there at 10 a.m. When I asked Jess Pope to be a part of the service and give his testimony, he was like scared. I mean, he's not scared to get on a bareback horse in front of 17,000 people at the Thomas and Mack, but he said, I've never given my testimony at anything. But you know what? It wasn't but a few texts later that he says, I'm in. And I'm excited because to hear from a world champion, bareback rider, share his relationship with God, his purpose, his identity, I think is a very important thing. And so we're going to have a good time. Not only that, I brought my fiddle player and his dad. Ricky's here.
Oh, I love that guy.
World champion
Ricky
fiddle
Bowen.
player. And so to have those guys join me, and by the way, they said it's been 15 years since they've been here with me. And I've been coming here for 25 years. And so, yeah, it's going to be a great, great time.
It's also climate controlled. It's in that pavilion. It's covered. It's that big tent outside the Resorts World. So it's a very comfortable place. And we thank you so much for stopping by.
It's my pleasure.
All right, looking forward to tomorrow and everything. All the impact that's going to come out of what you're going to deliver. There it is. There's the flyer. And if you're in Vegas, now you know where to go tomorrow.
So that's happening tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, but we are not done with Western Sports Roundup. We will wrap things up and continue from the South Point Hotel and Casino. As we join you this afternoon, get ready for go round number 3. We're going to take it back to you right now.
Back on Western Sports Roundup, we're at the showroom at the South Point. This is where the buckle ceremony will take place. Our last show of the day, by the way. That's a look at the top 15 barrel racers. And last night, they made tribute to one of those top 15, and that is Anita Ellis. As we see dominance from this video between Cassie Mallory and Haley Kinzel in the first two go-arounds.
If you were watching the rodeo last night, all the barrel racers were wearing black. That is Anita Ellis's favorite color. This is Anita Ellis. These are some photos that have been posted on social media. Remember that she was in an accident on her Futurity horse on November the 15th, fell, hit her head on the concrete. She had qualified to come to this NFR in the number 8 spot in the world standings. Her biggest win of the year, of course, the Calgary Stampede. Here she is going through physical therapy. Here she is with her family. And most importantly, she is recovering. And there is a look at Julie Plord. Julie, who was number 16 in the world standings, moved into to come to compete at the NFR when Anita officially stepped away. She's wearing Anita's back number every night on her jeans, and so a nice tribute by all of the barrel racers and certainly by Julie Plord to their colleague and their friend, and hopefully we will see her back soon, a horseback, Anita.
Yes, I hope so. I'm just glad she got released from the hospital, and we continue to see progress. That is the name of the game. Well, as we take a look at the history books, in the last 12 go-arounds of the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, including 2 this year and 10 last year, there are 2 people that have won 11 out of 12 of the last go-arounds. You talk about complete dominance by the dynamic duo of Cassie Mallory, even on the backup horse, 17 hands tall. And that's Will. And then Haley and Sister.
Cassie Mallory won rounds 4 through 8 last year. She comes out, she wins round number 1 this year. Here she is, go round number 1. Time of 13:66, riding that great horse, Will. Folks, this horse might be a backup horse. She won San Angelo on this horse. This horse would be the number 1 in most people's trailer. This horse might be, no, there's no might be about it. This horse is going to the Hall of Fame someday, Sister.
I'm telling you, the more she shakes her head in the alley and the higher she sticks her tail in the air, the faster they're going to go. That horse is having more fun than she's ever had. She's 14 years old, and she's got a lot of fuel left in the tank. And she's also got that arena record here from 2017, 13-11 here in the Thomas and Mack.
We're going to show you the 5 fastest runs ever at the National Finals Rodeo at the Thomas and Mack. Haley and Sister, 13-11 in 2017. Haley and Sister, 13-17 in 2017. Cassie Mallory and Jarvis, 13-19 in 2024, 13-25 2024, 13-30 in 2023. And oh, by the way, if we went to number 6 on that list, it would be Haley and Sister. That's how dominant they have been in this arena through the years.
Yeah, and that dominance continues here after the first 2 go-arounds. Looking forward to 7 or 8 more of those great runs, as we are going to have to step aside just for a moment. When we come back, we are going to talk about the rookies and those 4 bull riders that are in top 15. They're showing us a lot of positive stuff in the most dangerous event of them all. Western Sports Roundup is presented by Ariat. Ready, set, ride in boots and jeans that work as hard as you do.
There are 4 rookies trying to become a world champion and trying to become the Resist All Rookie of the Year. And they've already had an impact. They've won $24,000, all of them competing in the same event, the bull riding. Justin, we've had a chance to see a couple of these guys, including Luke Mackey, who came in the lowest ranked of the top 4 rookies that are competing at the NFR. He's ridden both of his first 2 bulls.
Yeah, almost $16,000. He's made a big jump towards that #1 spot. And 4 of these guys performing well. Hudson Bolton, a lot of people suspected that he would do very well so far. And there you have a look at Hudson right there on top of this category.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to become both the PRCA's Rookie of the Year and the PBR's Rookie of the Year, something that has never happened before. They sit in that order. Those numbers aren't quite right. Quinn Anderson second, Bryce Jensen, Luke Mackey in the #4 spot. About $40,000 behind Hudson Bolton in the race for the title.
Well, you know, we love to know what the people want here at the Cowboy Channel, and it is a great place to test the water and find out the opinion amongst the people. And one of our colleagues here at the Cowboy Channel, Corey Keith, got to make his way around Las Vegas and ask some very important questions to the public because he is a man trying to find out the story.
Okay, so the question of the day.
Yes.
Who's going to win the all-around race? Stetson Wright, Wasey Shala. Go.
Stetson Wright.
Stetson. Stetson.
Stetson, all the way.
I don't know. Stetson. Stetson.
Go with Stetson, all the way.
Stetson, okay.
Yeah.
Stetson again?
Right.
Stetson Wright.
Stetson Wright. I'd like to see Wasey Shala win it, but I think Stetson's going to.
Stetson Wright.
Wasey Shala.
Stetson Wright.
Stetson.
Stetson.
Stetson had a hell of a night last night.
Yeah. Stetson Wright, of course.
Probably Stetson. Stetson, that's another vote for Stetson.
So let's talk about Stetson Wright. Let's talk about Wasey Shala. Let's talk about the race to be the all-around champion. Stetson Wright has had an amazing start to this rodeo. He's won the bull riding both nights. He's finished first and second in the saddle bronc riding, and he's already won over $134,000. Justin, Wasey Shala has been great to kick off this NFR, and he still lost ground in the all-around race to Stetson.
Yeah, he's been just pretty close to perfect, but this guy, Superman in boots, is just off the charts phenomenal. But here's the numbers. You can take a look at the difference in the bull riding right there, $20,000 behind. And then as you can see in the all-around category, $72,000. But I don't care about all that. Number one, I'm glad these guys are healthy. I'm glad they're here at the NFR in both of their events. When was the last time? That's something you and I need to. When was the last time that we had 2 guys at the highest level in both events at the NFR? This is special.
The last time 2 rough stock competitors finished 1-2 in the race to be the all-around champion was 1988. And that was the year Dave Appleton beat Louis Field by $644. And Dave was only competing in one event that year. Louis was in 2.
Thank you. I was going to follow up with that. These guys are in both of their events. That is rare right
Wasey
now.
Shala has jumped from 13th to 2nd in the bareback riding.
Big.
He's won $95,000. Like I say, he's been amazing. He's ridden everything he's put in his rigging and or his bull rope on. And Stetson still gained ground on him. That's how good Stetson is.
I'll say this. That's been my question for the last 2 years is, can Stetson win over $1 million? Now my question has changed. Can Stetson and maybe Wasey win $1 million in a single season? And I can't wait to find out when we're done here what those totals look like.
$36,000 go-arounds and $100,000 average. That'll help. So let's talk about your Veterison top 3. Western Sports Roundup headlines: Veterison, clean treat heel, Veterison.com. The Great Bull Big Bank has passed away. PRCA Bucking Bull of the Year. John Crimber rode that bull for 95 points at AT&T Stadium at the PBR's World Finals. The great ones, sadly, they aren't around long enough.
And we had 3 people last night move into a #1 spot. New #1s, including Damian Brennan, Haley Kenzel, and Tanner Tomlinson in the team rope and heading. Also in the barrel racing, we have got a big race in the barrel racing between two athletes, but really our minds are on Anita Ellis. As exciting as this race is, our thoughts and our prayers every night on a lady that qualified for her first NFR, but because of that head injury was not able to be here.
So here's what's coming up tonight on the Cowboy Channel. The Wrangler National Finals Rodeo will continue. Rodeo Live from the Thomas and Mack is next. For Justin McKee, I'm Steve Kenyon. God bless everybody. Thank you, South Point. This is Western Sports Roundup.